Greetings and welcome, everyone. It's All You Can Geek Gamescast, episode 346. I'm one of your hosts, Jim Gass, joined by Mike Sneedy.
What's up?
Corey Feinside.
Yo.
And Tony Korkanakis.
Yay.
What's up, guys? Welcome, listeners. Welcome, viewers, to the Gamecast, episode 346. I think I referred to it as Gamescast in the intro. I apologize. But welcome. Woo! All right. We have... I don't even think I want to mention this news yet. We have a couple of things on news, but I don't think the Smash Brothers news that I saw from 4chan Leak is worth mentioning, that it's going to be announced for Switch, because there really is no... I was reading more about it, and there's just no evidence except for those screens, which could have been doctored. There's just no... I'm sure it's being made, don't get me wrong, but I doubt we see anything at E3 from Nintendo for Smash Brothers. So... I will take this opportunity.
We have two more. This podcast and next week are the last two podcasts.
That's what I'm saying.
Before E3.
I would like to take this opportunity to mention next week we'll do an E3 expectations preview. So tune into that. We'll try to break down what we're expecting from each company. The big guys.
Nothing.
And hopefully nothing from any of them.
No.
Okay.
It's the only way you cannot be disappointed.
There you go. We're going to get... I don't know, man. I'm psyched to hear...
Aren't you expecting
Last
your
of
Mario
Us?
delay?
Oh, yeah, I'm expecting Mario delay. I'm psyched
They won't know that.
Tony,
early,
I'm
though.
so psyched to hear all of my games that are going to get delayed. So I want to hear about them. Man, Red Dead
We could
Redemption...
play a game called Delay or Not. How about that?
Oh, yeah, we'll do that. Oh, I like it. Okay, we're going to do that next week. We're doing that next week. I mean, look, Red Dead Redemption 2... delayed till spring of next year. So, and it won't even. And they said it's not even going to be at E3. It won't be there.
Even more shocking. They don't need to show anything from that game, and people will buy so much of it. So, and it can come out whenever they want. Rockstar doesn't need to follow the rules.
That's true. But man, they don't have to, because GTA 5's in the top 10 every single month. So, except for one, I remember being very happy. But yeah, so I don't know. Yeah, so E3 is coming up. We'll do the preview next week. So tune into that. Moving on to the news, let's talk about Final Fantasy VII and its remake that's in production hell, I guess we could say.
So when they announced that, didn't we say this is probably 5 years out, maybe?
I think
somebody said that.
Well, I mean, I would have.
Well, I said it because there's no way in hell that they're gonna.
But 5
based
years
on their track record.
Yeah, but 5 years sounds like that's off. It's a few years away now, and it got announced, 2 years ago? 3 years ago?
2015.
Okay, 2 years ago.
Right? Because it was the Shenmue and Final Fantasy.
Yeah,
I don't think... You know what? I don't think this game makes this generation.
I think it's going to pull like a Persona or Zelda. It'll be available on PS4 and PS5.
Yeah, maybe it's across, at the end, and then it launches on the new systems as well.
Yeah.
Like Persona 5 did this time.
Yeah.
That's
true. Yeah.
That's what I said.
But not
Right. I thought you said...
No, I know what you meant. I was just confirming it, yeah. So, yeah, this is development hell. It could also never make it, because it could be Final Fantasy Versus.
They just need to fucking fire Nomura. I'm sorry. That guy is a piece of shit.
And he only half makes games anyways. It's the other half, did my first half, we're done with this game.
Well, they took him off of Final Fantasy 15.
Well, then, this is why. But...
Well, right. That's what I'm talking about. He's not a good project manager.
Yeah.
I mean, they squandered 2 years. 2 years of development.
You're not even making this game from scratch. You have a base. You have a story and characters, and you have all of this already. You don't.
Yep. And they even bought leeway from fans because they're all like, "Oh, this is going to be episodic." Okay, a year, one disc a year, over 4 years, you could do the whole game.
Yep. And we're not even going to get that.
Nope.
So, yeah.
So what did they say then? What's the issue?
It's basically moving to in-house development now, all in-house.
Because it wasn't in-house before. They had who the fuck was it? They did the Naruto games. Is it in the link here?
Ninja Theory? No.
No.
I don't know. I don't know who's doing it for him.
I'll look it up.
Yeah. So they're moving it all to go into remade. The remake's going in-house now. And I think they even said by word it's a few years. It could be a few years away.
A few years away.
So, like, but what is, like, I didn't read the article. So what does in-house mean?
Means they themselves are
development?
For like, they're developing it themselves now.
Right, but I understand that part, but, like...
Well, it means that they didn't like the way that it was going.
Are they scrapping everything that's been done before? Or are they saying, all right, you guys did your part, now we can finish it up?
So, basically, CyberConnect 2...
That's what I'm saying. Like, it doesn't sound like...
CyberConnect...
When you read it, like titles, like, oh, we're moving it in-house now. It's to wrap it up. You know, who knows what it could mean.
So this is what they're doing. Because of CyberConnect 2, which is the company's name that Tony's looking for, is struggling making this game. The company has decided to shift development of the remake to an internal team. Naoki
CyberConnect 2, that was it.
Yeah, I said that.
Oh, I'm sorry. I was looking at. I didn't. I blocked it.
Oh, okay. So basically, Naoki Hamaguchi is taking over the control of the project. His language makes it sound like Square-Enix was not happy with the work being done on the game thus far. By quoting, he said, "So far, development has been carried out mainly with support of external partners. However, in view of factors such as improving quality when the product goes into mass production in the future, the company has decided to shift the developmental system back to within the company so as to maintain a stable schedule and have control over factors such as quality." He mentioned quality a few times in there, so yeah. So
in this case, it would have been no news is good news. Like, we don't need to hear about this because we don't want to know that it's struggling. I just was, because the title of the article did not indicate either way if it was a good thing or a bad thing, in my opinion.
Oh, well, it's a bad thing.
Yeah, so
because they basically just pissed away 2 years.
How long has Kingdom Hearts 3 been in development?
Oh, way too long.
Yeah, so
6 years.
Yasuke Matsude, who did the who worked on Kingdom Hearts 3 and said the exact same words, in the next 3 years or so as release date time. That's what he said about Kingdom Hearts 3 when they were first starting development of it. So 8 years.
They have no idea what the fuck they're talking about.
8 years coming up.
And this is why it kind of, it pains me because I really liked Final Fantasy 15 and they had a good foundation for that. I think it definitely got rushed out the door, and they're improving
up until chapter 13. It was a fantastic game. Like, I got pulled into that game way more than a bunch of other games.
It hit at the right time. I mean, it was a great brofest kind of thing that was fun to go around and fight in the open world, and it hit at the right time for that. And but then it lost all credibility in after chapter 13.
Right, but that's fine. It was a return to form, but now they're just pissing it away. Yeah. Like the opportunity they had, because they've already confirmed they're not working on a potential Final Fantasy 16. Kingdom Hearts 3 is in developmental hell. We just found out today that Final Fantasy Remake, a remake of a game that they've already made from PlayStation fucking 1, which wouldn't be hard to outdo at all, is in developmental hell. They wasted 2 years. What the fuck is going on at Square-Enix?
And we didn't mention I.O. The Hitman developer has been let go.
Who the fuck cares about that, though?
I'm just saying. Again,
people do.
Yeah, people do.
Oh, in the grand scheme of things, people? There are dozens of us.
There's a lot of Hitman
All
fans.
I'm saying, it's another department of I almost said Capcom. See, of Square-Enix that was not functioning properly, and they also have unrealistic sales goal with games. Unrealistic. Sales
but that's a different problem.
Yeah.
I'm just saying it's a slew of problems with Square is what I'm trying to say. Like, it's not just one little thing. It's a lot of things. Yeah.
I agree.
Yeah.
And you watch Tomb Raider's next. After the next Tomb Raider.
I would Tomb Raider underperformed for them. Sold like 6 million copies. It's underperformed.
Twice.
Yeah. Unbelievable. So I did hear that they're shopping Hitman around, though, the IP itself.
Yes, there's a chance it might not be dead. That's what that means.
So there was episodic games that were released that actually people liked.
They were well received, but the whole concept kind of pisses people off too, and me too. Like, I got the whole thing packaged together, and I'm like, that's it. Like, this is all the episodes. That's it. That they were going to do 3 seasons. Now I don't think that's going to happen anymore. So. Whatever.
Well, they're trying to sell it as a package deal where you get the studio and the IP because, I mean, let's face it, nobody wants to buy that studio without the Hitman IP. They're fucking... Yeah. They have nothing.
What
else
do.
have they done? Exactly.
Exactly.
Apparently, they did the Kane and Lynch games, and that's it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So.
Yay! All right. Monster Hunter Double Cross got announced for Switch last week.
Yep.
So.
Do you like these 3DS port? Is it a 3DS game?
Is it a 3DS game? I thought it was its own thing.
No.
We're getting more ports.
Port of the 3DS game.
Can they give us a game, please? Like, can we just get a game?
Yeah, you gotta wait till December. Well, maybe.
No, I'm not complaining about Nintendo at the moment because I haven't played most of their games and I haven't really played this one either. But fucking Capcom giving us a stripped down, bare bones Ultra Street Fighter game that they call Ultra, but it's has less features than the previous version that sold for $15, and they're selling for $40 fucking. And then they said that they're going to base their future support on the Switch based on how this $40.
Well, hold on. That was a mistranslation.
30-year-old game.
Hold on. That was a mistranslation.
Oh, okay.
I mean, that was made before even the Monster Hunter game got announced. Literally,
I know.
The next day.
I know it got announced the next day, but I was saying that that's still their criteria. They're still basing it. I think they were still planning on Monster Hunter anyways, but we're talking about new game support is what I'm saying.
Yeah, well, I mean, they're just laying the groundwork for the next Monster Hunter because it's probably a ways away, so...
Are you excited for this, Tony? Did you play the Monster Hunter games on 3DS?
No, I played Monster Hunter 3 Ultimate on Wii U because that was a port of the first 3DS game, I think, or whatever. I mean, it's fun. It's tough. Not Dark Souls tough, but it's up there.
I think there's one on the Wii too. I know my one friend. It's the last game he plays. Are the games in the Monster Hunter series? He's obsessed with them.
Yeah,
it's all he does.
They do have a very big following.
Yeah. I mean, it's cool though because, I mean, to say it's definitely a port, but they're doing more than just the bare minimum. One cool thing actually is you can play between 3DS and Switch copies. So.
Oh, so if you own the 3DS version? Oh, okay.
Yeah, and actually your save data will transfer over. So if you have your Hunter on 3DS, you can port it over to Switch. So it's, not to lose your progress or anything like that. When you put like 300 hours plus into a game and you have to, get a new game and not transfer that data at all and lose it all.
I'm really surprised you guys have a problem with that because, like,
no.
I just want to throw this out there.
It's over.
Do you wish you could carry your progress over from one Zelda to the next Zelda?
But that's not even the same thing.
You're not even
Why? It's a sequel to a game.
Because it's not a persistent world that you were like getting loot in for
story
400
that tells
hours.
you why it happens. I know, but
also like
but
5
that's
years
the thing.
apart.
It's like this. It's just all right. We don't have to go into it, but it's a sequel to a game that you're progressing forward, and it's a completely different. Even though it's very similar game, I'm just saying like you don't start with the massive sword in Breath of the Wild. It's like you don't because it's a new thing. Even though it's you are bringing stuff over as far as story elements and characters and enemies, but it's a different game.
This is the best argument you could come up with, Corey.
It's not even an argument in my opinion.
I agree. It's not an argument.
I'm baffled by the fact that you have that big of a problem with it when every sequel does that.
This is about Destiny 2, by the way, if you just joining us. And
and it's just that Destiny, you have to realize that this game is not what they told you it was. And if you have a problem with that, then that's the problem you're having.
That's a legitimate problem to have then. Like if you have a problem with the fact that they told you again it's not what they told you, then you're admitting that's a legitimate problem, right? Like you just said, like
you have to realize that.
Oh, you have to just forgive them for lying to you.
If you enjoy the game, then you're having fun with what you're doing. Then okay, this is not what they were saying they're set out to do. They failed on those aspects.
Okay, so they're a failure, but I accept that, and I put 400 hours.
I'm really
into
shocked
this
that
game.
you're doing this, especially Jim, because you're the master at this. Going back on your word and hey.
Oh, I do it. I do it all the time. I do it all the time. I'm not even gonna lie about this. However, I'm gonna complain about it. Huh?
And I have no problem saying yes, this is a reboot to a franchise, and they are starting over.
Some of the games aren't a reboot, so I don't understand the comparison.
I'm just comparing a game that you guys
Nintendo doesn't advertise Zelda as you're gonna play this Zelda for 10 years.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, and that's where I.
And that's what I'm just saying right now is that is not they're not able to deliver on that promise. So they're doing what they can and giving you the game that they wanted to give you originally. And that's what I said before. It's like this is like their reboot, remaster, or whatever you want to call it.
That's fine.
I'm fine with that.
You're fine with that, right? But I mean, I think I have the right to be mad at that and be like,
I never said you didn't. Game. I'm just saying, like, it's.
But you're saying you're surprised at my reaction to it.
I'm baffled by it, not so much.
Why?
Like, why not, Corey? Wouldn't it just be fine if they, let's say they wipe out light?
Except in so many other games. That's all I'm saying. I just gave you an example.
I don't want to get into this too much, but like Destiny itself, you're going to a new game, right? So have a new system. Like keep your level. What is it? 20? What's the max level? 30? Is the max level 40? Okay, level 40. So you keep your level 40. Okay, so then they raise the cap to like, let's go 70, all right? And they get rid of the light system because that's the point of this game. That's out of there. You don't have it anymore. And they come up with a new stat system. You know, something that a new game would do. You know,
super light.
Yeah, like I just think no, it's something. I'm just saying, like, why not give you a level 70 cap with your same character? Your gear itself is wearable, but ultimately useless because light levels don't count anymore. But you still keep your gear because you've acquired it throughout the game. It's like I'd never wear MC Molten Core gear in the game except if I'm hanging out in Ironforge and World of Warcraft talk. Like a Nemesis gear. Like you're never gonna wear Nemesis stuff and but I earned it. It's mine. So it's like it's not useful in the game, but you got that gear. You spent your 400 or 500 hours in the game and got it. Moving on with it.
That's what they're doing, Jim. Is they're moving on. Like they're saying this is a sequel and it's going to reset. It's going to be something that is different. You're not getting all this stuff again because
but it's not different.
Reset.
It's the same 3 classes.
Guys, if we keep this up, we are going to have to call this podcast Destiny 2.0 2.0. Enough.
No, it's 2.2.
2.114.
Yeah, it's a sequel.
It's not even comparable. You're talking about a single player experience with a MMO designed game encourages you to play with your friends.
Again, do you consider it a true MMO or do you consider it just like Halo with some online bullshit? Like that's the difference. So if you consider it Halo with a lot of expansions and some online bullshit, then it's like, all right, you could have a sequel that's kind of, reset. It's normal. But if you consider that it's an MMO, then you're pissed off.
I mean, what are they doing?
I have no problem with people that have a problem with it. I'm just saying it confuses me. That's all. That's all I want to say is that
I want them to do something.
It's not as a player of the game
to do something for me.
Okay, you can feel entitled all you want, Jim. It's not happening. Okay, but we don't even know that yet. It's like we know so little still. We know enough
I'm not disagreeing with you.
The game that you're
gonna get a banner, Jim.
No, not a banner. Like, do something. For those people,
different banner for each
that
expansion.
beta tested their game for the last 4 years. Do something for those people. Like, how about a fucking thank you or something?
Oh my! They. All right, Jim.
You spent over $100 on this game.
They are very much about the community. Like, good. They are very much about the community.
So show it. Show it. Because I'm not seeing that right here.
That's what this game is, Jim. Why? Like, they took everything the community has said wrong about the game.
They pressed delete.
They're making changes.
They pressed everything you loved about your game, your loot, and they pressed delete.
All right, Jim.
You know what I would like them to do? They could sell all the expansions for like $20 now from the first game to anyone who had vanilla while they make the second game.
Yeah, I just don't look at it like the way you guys are looking at it. That's all, and that's fine. Like, it's just that's what I'm saying is it's fine that you can and you have your opinions, and obviously we have our different opinions.
Yeah.
It just
I would like to, Corey, like you said, there's plenty more time.
I'm having
plenty more time for them to actually announce stuff like this, but we'll see.
I didn't get anything back in Borderlands 2 that I had in Borderlands 1, so like I had no problem with that.
That's different. It's a different game. Like
It's not different in my opinion. As I'm saying, like, yes, they said it's going to be a 10-year thing. The story is progressing in the sequel, but it's still a sequel. They're changing it. That's what they're calling Destiny 2 because they're resetting things. They didn't call it Destiny the expansion to Destiny. Like, it's a sequel. Let's move on. If they called it an expansion, and they deleted everything, sure, then we'd have a problem. But it's not an expansion. It's a sequel. It's a different game.
Okay, moving on. Sonic Mania is coming out August 15th. Got it. Ron, we're past.
There we are. Got it.
Sonic Mania.
Let's see if that gets delayed.
That's
Already
gonna
was
be
delayed to get there, but
that's gonna be a $20 game or $15 game.
$20 game.
Cool. August 15th. I heard the impressions of that are it's fun. Sonic, 2D Sonic.
Yeah, it's like
Sonic's past his prime. It's kind of done for.
I honestly do not care about this, but I had to move on, so I read it.
No. Well, it's one of the things I'm looking forward to for this year.
I mean, you know my feelings on Sonic, so.
Yeah, they're silly.
He's a poopy. He's a poopy.
He's a poop emoji with legs.
Yeah. All right, never mind.
But
I don't want to get into this argument.
The thing is, I will say, is this isn't even done by actual legitimate Sega. It's done by people who are actual fans of Sonic.
Sure.
So actually I would actually trust them a bit too.
No, this is.
Is it true that you could actually create your own custom Sonic character in this?
No, that's a different Sonic. That's the other Sonic. That's the other Sonic.
That's the 3D
so
one.
that
This
sounds
is
pretty
the
cool
2D
though.
one.
But that sounds pretty cool, that aspect of Sonic. It does. Like
No.
I think this is the podcast you missed, Jim, where that news came out.
I'm okay with
there's a
this.
lot.
Then I'm gonna be the dissenting opinion
Wait, did
here.
you look this up, Jim?
What?
Jim the Hedgehog?
Yeah.
No. Oh, no. No, I just thought
Jim, look up Jim the Hedgehog on Google. Put it in.
Put it in the Google image search.
Jim the Hedgehog.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right.
Image search that.
Yeah. You'll find some fun things.
I have a tissue nearby. You might bleed from your eyes.
Oh, I thought you were giving him the tissue for other reasons.
Well, it could be too. You never know.
What the?
No. Read the description. Is there any description of the characters
Does he ride a motorcycle?
What? He looks. Yeah, I guess I can see. So you're saying
There's this whole fandom
loading.
that's way too into this shit is the thing, and a lot of them are the Sonic people who like
This
anything,
guy?
whether it's good or bad. Basically, you're going to create your little anthropomorphic dude that's going to mean that the actual character is completely generic because you could be anything. So that's the problem.
So I'm just going
I
off
think
of
there's only 6. I'm sorry, there's 6, I think,
What?
things you could be. Different animals.
Maybe. I didn't even look into that game that much.
Base animals, whatever. Yeah, sure.
No.
But the point is, it's a Sonic game. Why do we need this other weird thing?
It's more replayability.
I just Googled Tony the Hedgehog. I'm just going off the first Google image search result. And you can't read that. Lame. All right. Tony the Hedgehog, age 17. Just a male, not gender or sex, just male. Has the power to control nature. He's green, wearing jeans. He's topless. He's wearing fingerless gloves. And the tips of his quills, I guess you want to call them, are black. It looks so goddamn disgusting. I want to puke.
Mike the Hedgehog likes running, breaking rules, and dislikes Sonic. His personality is
Guys, I think that it could add something to the game because I don't like Sonic.
Yes.
Don't play Sonic if you don't like Sonic.
First of all, I'm not saying buying that game. I'm saying that sounded cool. There's a big difference there.
Jim, are you a furry?
No.
What happens in the bedroom stays in the bedroom.
All right.
So yeah, so for me, Sonic Mania, looking forward to it. Sonic the Furry Simulator, not looking forward to it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sonic Mania actually does look good. Did you watch the trailer?
I've watched
Is it
the
going to be
older
on
ones.
Switch? That's the question.
I think
I
they
won't
said
play
yes.
it then, probably.
Yeah, it'd be good for a handheld.
The trailer actually looks good for it. So
Yeah.
I was like, oh,
Yeah.
you know.
Far Cry 5, final bit of news here. We got Far Cry 5 coming out February 18th of next year already. They've announced it. I like how they didn't even try for this year. Thank you for not giving us the false hope, which wouldn't have been my false hope, but I would have just said it's getting delayed.
I mean, we can still play.
Oh, it's still going to get delayed. But, yeah.
Delayed or not.
Do you honestly think Red Dead Redemption 2 is coming out in the spring? I mean, does anybody here believe that?
It'll be
apparently-
August 15th, like Sonic Mania was supposed to be the spring.
Yeah, so...
I mean, apparently they said that it's going to be it's going to be their first quarter fiscal, not the last quarter fiscal. So, after, whatever, after March.
Mm-hmm.
It's September.
So
that game hits September without a doubt.
Spring like now, spring where it's Memorial Day afterwards, but it's still technically spring.
Yeah. Anybody want to discuss the story details that were revealed?
No.
I think it looks interesting, actually.
For what?
Set in
For
Montana.
Far Cry?
Yeah, set in Montana.
I like the fact that they're going to America, because they haven't done that.
Yeah. I mean, the last two games were
the cultist stuff looks interesting. I think it's a neat concept. And no towers. So interesting.
Could be different. All right, let's get into what I've been up to. Game-wise, I still haven't played too much. I did bust out. Finally, played Mario Kart, 4-player split screen.
I was there. I did that too.
You were there. Mario Kart has changed quite a bit since I've played it before, and I truly...
The Joy-Cons are not the way to play.
Thank you. That's the next statement I was going to make. I truly don't like playing that with a little Joy-Con in my hand. I just didn't. I did not enjoy that whatsoever. I didn't like it. Like, the game looks nice, and it's fun with friends. I still wish they didn't have all the characters unlocked. I wish we had some progression. I know the cars are progression, but for me, unlocking characters and stages would be. So, like, the urge to play it even on its own is not that high. But...
Could get better at the game.
I don't want to play it, though, online.
For what? Who?
Yeah.
You know.
So it's like, I'm not going to play it online. I'll play it every now and again with everybody around.
Why would you not play it online?
I just don't want to.
I haven't played it online.
Yeah. So, I mean, the game looks nice. It's got the stuff I expected. We played a little battle mode, which was confusing as hell.
Well, yeah, there was a lot of weird alternate objectives.
They don't have a good balloon battle. Like, balloon battle is not even balloon battle the way I thought it was going to be either.
Yeah. They don't have that.
Stinky.
Oh, Tony, you can answer this quick question before I forget.
Hmm?
Is there a setting before you go into the game, like from the main menu, to turn off auto steering and auto acceleration?
Yeah, you do it at the kart selection.
Oh, okay, you have to do it there.
Card selection, Jim.
We had no idea. We had no idea where to do that.
We had no. It was surprisingly difficult to get that game started for us too.
Yeah. Yeah. No. Yeah. You can laugh all you want, but it wasn't intuitive.
I'm not laughing.
It wasn't intuitive. I'm sorry. When we got into the games, don't get me wrong, but everybody, it was auto steering and auto going. I'm like,
I felt slow.
Yeah.
But I still had the accelerator mash, and I had a nice little circle from the Joy-Con in my finger.
Happened to multiple people. Those Joy-Cons are not meant to be like smashed like that. They're really not. Like, get a. I don't know how you can play 4-player pro controllers. That's expensive, but that Joy-Con controller, those little tiny buttons, shine through in that Mario Kart split screen.
Yeah, it's not. The Joy-Cons are not ideal. They're serviceable, but not ideal.
Yeah. I'm not going to say the Pro Controller wouldn't be awesome with it, because the Pro Controller is really nice.
Maybe it's intentional. Maybe they want to sell you the Pro Controllers.
Maybe they do.
Just bring us over. You're with a bunch of friends. You have 4 people. It's like, oh, God, I need a controller.
So, yeah, my first impression is not high on the game, but I have hardly played it. So
I've played that game before.
Yeah.
And
I'm not going to, I'm not
Same
slamming.
game.
I'm not going to slam the game here because I just haven't given it enough time. So, I only gave it an hour. All right. That's it for me. What I've been playing. I've been I'm burning out games right now thanks to Persona. So I didn't really want to start much. I actually popped in. Oh, okay. I have started. I'm 30 minutes in Until Dawn.
Oh,
nice.
Never played it. So yeah.
Grant Ward, starring Grant Ward.
Oh yes, that's who it is. Okay, I was like, that guy looks so familiar.
And Mr. Robot.
Yeah. Many times.
Yeah.
Yep.
So I'm only 30 minutes in. So, but it's a short game though, right?
Yeah, it's like 6 hours maybe.
Yeah. All right, Mike, go ahead. What have you been up to?
Well, aside from my experiences with this Switch there with you, which is about the same, I've been just playing a lot of Injustice. Because they have the randomly generated single player stuff, and that the gear and each individual character progression is so much. You don't really get tired of it. What I haven't been doing is I haven't been playing online competitively as much. I have here and there, but mostly I'm trying to just go into the multiverse, do the objectives. There's the guild stuff as well. There's some bosses and stuff, and I mean, I know that it's lots of ways to just dress up, just fighting. That's all that really happens, but for whatever reason, it's enough. It's compelling enough to keep going back. So I've been putting in a lot of time into that game.
Okay. Well, I mean, they give you a lot in the what's their crypt?
It's you just unlock mother boxes. You earn mother boxes when you do certain things. And you might also get abilities, and then there's all these tokens you get for the gear.
Loot boxes.
Yeah, loot boxes. Yeah. Is online pay to win? Is that true? Did that turn out to be true?
No. Everyone has the same stats in the ranked mode. I haven't even played the player match. I suppose in the player match you could do that, but they still match your character level and the
There's
gear.
No way that they could come out and be like effective in like a ranked scenario. If they did that, then that game would have failed hard.
There is a player match where you are matched to the same level rank, and gear is at a similar level as the character. Like you can't wear gear that's above your level. So, but there will be variations. So you could do a sort of strategic like gear changes to like fight someone, and they can counter.
It's kind of like what Destiny does in the Crucible, where you have that light level, like. Yeah, some people are higher light level, some people are lower light level, but they all have the same power.
But that's not even ranked. Rank, everyone is pushed to like level 20, and your gear is all just cosmetic, which is still cool to see because, like, at first I'm like, oh, a lot of this looks kind of dumb, and then like after I got into it, mixed and match, and knowing that although it costs something, you can switch the way gear looks to make it look like something else, so you can pretty much make like your the coolest like thing you can think of if you get enough stuff. It's pretty cool to mix and match. And
what was that called in Diablo, Jim?
What's that?
When you could make something look like a different item, but have the same stats.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, they call it transforming gear here in Injustice. So similar thing.
That was fun.
There's a lot going on.
The customization in that was fun. So I understand that. Yeah. I understand that quite a bit.
Yeah, the dress up part, like it can get addicting to see what's the next thing I can unlock to give this guy or something.
One thing I ended up doing, obviously my main character is Batman, and it gives you loadouts.
No.
4 different loadouts. Yes. 4 different loadouts for I guess in different things, especially in the multiverse, you want to have your stats like more built up one way. So I have an all-around one that I use like just as the best I could do possibly with my gear. Then there's like an ability stat or defense, and I did all the different loadouts and I made them all look pretty different. Like one looks like Batman Beyond type, one looks like more like tanky looking Batman. There's lots of stuff. So
Ben Affleck Batman maybe.
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah, you also unlock shaders and stuff. So it's pretty cool. There's a lot going on there. I mean, I'll have to show you guys other than the video I put up.
Like you said, I definitely, as far as single-player content in a fighting game, this game is by far, or NetherRealm is by far, like, ahead of everyone that I can tell. Like, no other game comes close. Even, like, some of the games that are more story-driven, they still don't hold a candle.
The Capcom sale is going on PSN right now, and I'm very tempted to pick up Ultra SF4. Or even Ultimate Marvel MVC3, because I think they're like $12. I think they're like $12 or something like that. But those were good games. I mean, MVC3 was not a good
final
game,
version,
but I heard the Ultimate was very good. No, I liked SF4. I just didn't like the fact that they came out with a new version of it so fast. The same thing happened with MVC3. So that was old Capcom, but these are the final versions of those games. And I remember having so much fun with Street Fighter 4. Like, remember buying fight pads? We were into that game like crazy.
Yeah, I have a stick and a gamepad because actually suck at stick.
That was a return. That was a return to the classic games. So yeah. Anyways,
I think you played at your place, Tony, or something. You just like won every game constantly, which you did on the stream too. Which it's the guy who will beat you at some point.
I forgot what character did I lose with. Some guy I didn't even know. Right? It was like
probably
some scrub. I was like, who the fuck is this guy? I don't even know what he does. Like, all right.
Corey, what have you been up to?
I was also playing the Mario Karts with you guys, but after you left the gym, and I think you were outside, Mike, but Mike, the other Mike, brought out his 1-2 switch, and that's for a party game. That's pretty fun. It's actually pretty neat, and there's a lot of laughs to be had with that game. It's just not worth the price
No.
whatsoever.
No.
Just like you spend an hour
Like,
with it at the party, and
again,
that's the only time you will ever play it.
As a pack-in, would it have been good, do you think? Or not even
Yeah,
as a
absolutely.
pack-in?
Definitely.
I mean, it goes through the gamut of all the things you can do with the controllers.
I really think that should have been.
You could got the whole thing where you can feel the HD rumble of it.
You can milk the cow.
Yeah, so it's pretty neat. It's got a lot of use cases for what they built for that. They even have like the IR sensor they use at one point. So like you have to hold it like this and like and yeah, basically eating a sandwich.
Yeah.
So it's pretty cool. Like for a party game, it's good. Like I'd say $10. It's worth that. Pack in obviously, but not full price. And other than that, I did play a little more Omega, Marvel's game.
Oh,
Very much a Diablo clone, which is good.
I downloaded that. I never touched it though.
The beta, all that progress is carrying over. So
it is.
Oh, wow. I'm very interested in this now.
They wiped it for the alpha or whatever it was. The closed beta got wiped, but with the public beta, they said it's all going to carry over.
I like that. I think that's awesome. That's great.
Yeah, and like there are a ton of people. Like, well, I mean, I can't say a ton, but like you load in, like, because you go to the Shield headquarters or whatever, and you load in, and just like people everywhere.
Yeah, just hanging out.
Yep, it's crazy. So you're always every mission you go on, there's like tons of people. So it's pretty cool. Definitely as a Diablo clone, it works, and you get the Marvel characters. I mean, Unbeatable Squirrel Girl's there, whatever her name is.
Yeah,
which is pretty funny.
Now I think last week you talked about it. You said it was kind of basic. Did you try a different character or anything? Or
so like what's funny is the opening tutorial. I was playing with it, and it's just so easy and basic. It's just a tutorial.
Yeah.
Whatever. But that was, I guess it was closed or something because everything got reset. The next day I played it during the open beta, and so I played it, but I was with my son, and I actually went through the tutorial with my feet because I was holding them. That's how easy the tutorial was. Wow. I was just like moving the controller with the one foot and then tapping the buttons with the other foot. It didn't matter. But once you get into the headquarters and you actually get into the game, you start unlocking more powers. You do get a lot of different loot drops that enhance the game as far as your characters that you get. And then there is incentive to leveling each character up. So there's a lot there going on. And that's how they get you with the free-to-play aspect. They want you to purchase stuff to get them to go quicker, to level up faster and things like that. And like I said, in the beta, they did allow you to play whoever you wanted. In the tutorial, basically, they give you certain people at certain points, but then they say, okay, who do you want to take on this guy with? And so they kind of let you have at it, and then they give you enough to unlock a more basic character. Like, you're not unlocking Iron Man or Wolverine, probably, but...
Yeah.
It's all right. I'll take a C-list hero.
And if you play the beta, you do get Daredevil for free.
Oh, that's cool.
I'm going to download it. I'll get it on there.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, it's worth a download and play, and it's very, similar to Diablo with Marvel characters.
Cool.
The other game I played, which I put a lot of time into, is Dead Cells. It's a Steam early access game right now. It's a rogue type roguelite slash Metrovania style game, which
slash is Dead Souls or Dark Souls.
These fucking classifications.
Those are 4 different games right there.
Yeah.
But the art's really cool. It's pixel art, but it's a little more modern, obviously. 2D side scroller. It reminds me a little bit of Spelunky. Have you played Spelunky?
Yeah, Spelunky.
So it reminds me of that Rogue Legacy, same kind of thing. So you're dead, and you revive yourself. Like you're this little green blob. It crawls into a body and revives itself, and then you get sent out to try to escape this castle, basically. And each run, every time you have 1 life, and each time you die, you have to start over from scratch. But if you can get to certain checkpoints, you can kind of cache these souls or cells that you're unlocking or from killing enemies. And the more you get, those unlock more abilities and more permanent effects. And so like eventually you'll be able to start with a random item instead of the basic sword or something. And like I said, the graphics are fantastic. Plays great with the controller. I play it on my Surface because it doesn't take a lot to run it. And I can just plug the controller in.
Was it hard to set up? with a controller?
Basically, you just plug that in and go.
It wasn't? You had to you didn't have to play around with it for 20 minutes to figure it out?
So basically, you start the game and it says, we recommend you plug in a controller and play this game with a controller. Plug it in, so you click A, just in, and you're good to go. I mean, you can use an Xbox controller, obviously, because...
What?
Oh, Microsoft.
Do that? That works? Get the fuck out of here.
I'm telling you, Tony, you wouldn't believe it, man.
Look at the time. Look at the time. It's got to move this on, guys.
But yeah, it plays great, and it's early access too. And so the only thing is when I'm playing it, I'm like, this would be great on the Switch. I would love to play this on the Switch. But it's great. That's why I was asking you earlier in Slack. There's got to be a way to share. I heard there was a way to share Steam stuff. But I think you were mentioning there's some family share.
Yeah, it's a family. I totally forgot about that because I think it came out a couple years ago. And I meant to set it up, but I never did because
it's definitely worth trying. And the only reason I got it, I was given a gift card for Steam, and they're like, "Oh, you play stuff on Steam, right?" And I was like, "No, but I can't just turn this down." So,
nice.
Yeah,
nice.
It's only $17.
That's
so.
cool.
Yeah,
cool.
Yeah,
all
it's
right.
Whatever, 20% off for early
Tony,
access.
if you could tell me every game is press the A button and it works, then I will take everything back. I say, but it's not like that. It's not like that.
The amount of them, dude.
How many corded Xbox controllers do you have anyway?
Dude, if you have Windows 10, you do not need to do anything.
Yeah.
If you have Windows 10, it's all plug and play for 90% of the time. Especially if it's a Windows game, anything Play Anywhere, those games, you don't have to worry about anything.
Yeah, Mike, the Xbox controllers all come with a wire to wire them. So.
Oh, the old Xbox, you mean?
No. He's talking about the Elite.
All the Elite.
Oh, well. Okay.
In fact, all of them come with a charging cable.
Yeah.
They do. The basic controller comes with the console, comes with a charging cable, which you can plug into your system. It does.
Right. Well, I don't have an Xbox, so I don't know.
Oh, wait. No, that's the newer systems that does it, doesn't it? I'm wrong. Does not come with that. You have to have the play and charge kit. But it's micro USB, right? I mean, you get tons of that shit. Your phone cable, Mike. You have a cable at home.
Yeah,
all right, Tony.
Probably 3 feet though.
Yeah, that's all right. Tony, what have you been up to?
What ones I up to? Oh, I played the ARMS.
Oh yes, that's what I meant to ask you. Yes, the test punch.
Yeah, that game was.
Every time I tried to get into it, I was like, it wasn't the right time.
It was really limited. I think it's coming back this weekend though, so maybe you can get it. The thing is, it's kind of nice because there's one in the morning, one in the afternoon, and one at night. So it's not an open, 72-hour thing, but it
would have been nice if it was just 12 hours straight or something.
Yeah,
it would have been nice.
Maybe as we get closer. I think they just wanted to stress test, but whatever. But that game is actually a lot of fun because they start you out the game and they're just like, here's how you do the controls. So the thing is, you actually hold the way they start you off is with the motion controls. They actually have you holding the Switch Joy-Cons, not like you would if you're playing split. It's actually like you're holding them like you're going to hit somebody with it. Kind of to simulate.
Well, it's with the buttons here, like this, right? So you're like that.
Oh, okay.
No.
Sideways. So the thumbsticks are yeah.
So my thumbsticks are on my
on your thumbs inside.
Well, no, I mean this would be I was thinking, this would be the triggers.
No. You're holding it with
yeah. Those would be the triggers.
Yes, those are the triggers.
So my thumb would be resting on L and R.
Right, on the triggers.
Yeah. And then the joystick is
a couple of the 1-2 Switch games had you do that.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, like if you're holding a gun, I guess, or something like that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so it's I was thinking the trigger,
Yeah. So that was actually interesting. And in the motion controls, I know you guys weren't really into it, but I felt these were pretty good in terms of sensitivity. I didn't really have to feel like I was... Anytime I threw a punch, it wasn't just kind of
Again, sorry to interrupt you real quick, Tony, but the 1-2 Switch, it has a lot of the motion controls, and they work really well in that game. I think they work a little too well sometimes in Mario Kart. That's why we have to turn them off.
Oh, really? Yeah.
And even with Breath of the Wild, I'm like, I can't aim with this shit on. I gotta turn it off. Because I'm just holding it normally. I'm like, shoot, my arrow's flying off to the side. What happened? And then my controls were on.
Yeah, you gotta turn it off.
So, but I expected to control well. I've had good experience with that, just except for the puzzles, the twist puzzles in Breath of the Wild. I've had good experience with the motion controls so far. But like, what about? Did you try non-motion as well?
Yeah, I tried it like that, and then I tried it just actually in handheld mode. So I was holding the whole Switch and everything like that. And you can play it either way. It really doesn't make a difference. So you can play with your classic controls too. Yeah. I would actually think that we'll probably see some analysis of people who are like, oh, you need to play with buttons because your response time and your accuracy or whatever is going to be faster. But I think with the motions, you control like the curves of your punch, because that's the thing. You could throw your punch out and then like you kind of like flick your wrist to like get.
Yeah. So how do you do that without that?
You would tilt and hold the joystick.
Oh.
So you like press the button and then you like tilt the joystick to curve it. I don't know how more or less accurate that's going to be in the final product. We'll see. But the game itself is worth it's very fun. The core gameplay just so the available modes they had were 1-on-1, 3-for-alls, which is free for all but 3 people. And they had 1v1 volleyball and 2v2 volleyball and then 2v2 just regular punching. I suck at volleyball so bad. So the way they did it is you have these lobbies where you join it, and depending on if you win or lose a match, you get a certain amount of points. Obviously, you get more if you win. But for the test punch, they just kind of threw an assortment of all the different modes that they had, which I just went over. So anytime I had a fight the first day, I was like winning 80% of them at least. I was like, okay, I guess I'm just getting this game more often than more people because it was for an hour. But every time I played volleyball, I fucking lost. It wasn't even close. It's just I could not do it because the way you have to. I don't know if you guys have played Tekken. They had like a volleyball.
Well, which version? Tekken
3, I think, had volleyball.
I never played volleyball in that game. No.
No, I mean I had not played volleyball in Tekken.
Oh god, that game was. I had more fun with that mode than actual base Tekken, but that's aside from here or there. But you have the volleyball net, and you are throwing your punches at these balls. One ball, rather, sorry. And if it lands in your yard, like it just blows up and, the enemy gets a point. But I could not just get the ball back over the net because, it's all about like positioning and what kind of fist or arm you're equipped with and stuff like that. But I just sucked it up so bad at that moment.
How does the movement of your legs work then? Like, how are you moving around the map?
So that's the interesting thing. So with motion controls, it's actually if you're holding them, like if you tilt them both forward, that's moving forward. If you tilt them both back, your character is retreating and like so on and so forth, like left and right, so shifting. Okay. Joystick is just as you would expect in a usual game. So I can see some people having some difficulty with the motion controls at first because it's kind of counterintuitive to what you've just been trained to. It's like, look, I have 2 joysticks. I know how to use joysticks. It's like, wait, I gotta stop thinking like that. And even I had a learning curve with that because I'm like, I need to move forward. It's like, I need to hold my thing there. So we'll see. I think I might stick with regular controls. We'll see. But game was fun. They had, I think, 5 characters, which are all pretty different. I think they're definitely going for that like Overwatch esque demographic where each character has its own quirks and I don't know, appeal, I guess. You've got the base generic guy. You have some big stocky mummy dude. You have the idol singer, and
most fighters do that in any
exactly
general. So
but it's I don't know. It just feels non-Nintendo-ish in that way because like they're just going for a different, like I said, demographic. And that one character just. If you showed that character to me, I would never have guessed that was a Nintendo character. The Twin Tail girl.
No,
Twin Tail. Yeah, because it's like, there's some fan service there. But,
All right.
Well, the memes that came out after that character was released, like the guys, like people drew up. I was like, quick. I'm like, damn, this came out fast.
My Twitter feed was blowing up. These people were just like, wow, thirsty.
Bam.
Yeah, exactly. So. I mean, it's sad to say, but I think it's weird because you can kind of correlate some success with how much fan art a game gets on social media. Because I mean,
is there Overwatch a Rule 34 for this yet? Because
dude, I'm sure.
I mean, that's where that's exactly like. Is there porno for this? Because there's
that's mainstream at that point.
I don't know if it's going to be like Pornhub releases statistics where more people are searching for Overwatch. I
shouldn't have said that. Apparently, everybody just roboted out when I censoring us on purpose here.
Yep. But no, the game is pretty fun. Comes out next month, so I think they're running a couple more test punches. We'll see.
What's the date on that? Do we know?
It's June 16th, I want to say.
Cool.
Friday before. Yeah. I think it's June 16th.
Awesome.
That's after E3, isn't it? E3
Yep.
is like,
Yeah.
It's like it's like the week of E3 after E3 ends. So, it's a little content light at launch. It's only I think 10 fighters, but they did say almost all the DLC is going to be free, at least character and stage wise. So, I mean, that's pretty cool.
Cool. Yeah.
Nice.
All right.
I like that. I like the fact that they're coming out with something new and different. And yeah, like when we first saw it, the characters look good. Just who knows what this game's gonna play like?
Yeah, that was always a concern.
Sounds good. Sounds promising.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah, I don't think it did any favors being right after the 1-2 switch reveal either. It's like you're going from like motion-based party game to motion-based fighter. Like, okay.
Oh, I have to mention, I watched the Giant Bomb quick look on Ultra Street Fighter 2, and
God.
they go through the first-person mode.
It looks so bad.
Did you watch it?
I've watched memes from it, like GIFs
I
of
think
it.
it was Giant Bomb or Eurogame. No, I think I watched the Eurogamer one where he's just like, like totally unexcited the whole time.
Eurogamer, that's the one I saw, was the Eurogamer one. Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, no, like they kept going like, Hurricane Kick, Hurricane. It's not. There's this, and they're like, I think, and then it's like, the classic, Hadouken motion. That's like, and it's like Hadouken. It's like the classic motion for Hadouken.
Oh, Capcom, what the fuck? All right.
I just don't understand what they're
And they don't
thinking.
even use the 2D art. They use like
No, I know.
4 assets.
Yeah. All right. I think it's going to wrap up this episode. Thanks for tuning in, listeners and viewers. Write us podcast at allyoucangeek.net. Follow us on Twitter, allyoucangeek. Like us on Facebook. Subscribe to our YouTube channel and watch us on YouTube as well. Tune in next week for the Gamescast. We have our E3 preview, like I said, coming up. Movie cast next week as well. If you haven't seen the movie cast this week, tune into that as well. Thank you. Zombans.
Oh, I stopped it before.